How you guys doing, officials around the world? It's me, your boy, Mr. Smooth, here to break down some more video. In this video, I'll be breaking down a very new official. He started officiating late December, early January. He goes by the name of Roland. You can see him here on the screen. So before I get into the video, a couple of assignments for Roland. Hope you got your YouTube things set up, your YouTube account set up. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and also hit the bell so whenever I post a video you'll get a notification on your phone. You'll be able to watch videos of yourself and other potential officials as well. So with that said, we're going to start the breakdown. So we're getting ready to do the jump ball. It's important that when we chop our hands to start the game right here, it's important that we have our arms straight up, not at a angle like you have right here. You want your arm to be straight. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the video. You can see how your arm is bent at a 90 degree. You want to get it straight as you can. So since we have a traveling violation that happened somewhere in this area, the throw-in is going to come to the sideline. So the proper mechanic is for the lead official, which is Roland, to come and run to this spot to do the throw-in and bump this official down to become the lead. So it's a term, a mechanic called bump, where you just basically bump the other official down. So that's the proper mechanic instead of what you're about to do, which is run the long way. Then this official stays here. So again, we want to use the bump mechanic. So one thing I want to point out, Roland, you do a good job of sprinting down the court. You run with great speed. You have great athleticism. So I want you to keep that up. Your hustle and effort will be one thing that will help you stand out from other officials. Right here, you called the foul. We're going to zoom in on you. You did a great job right here. I'm just displaying a closed fist. Your arm is got that good form. Your arm could be a little bit straighter, but that's good enough for now. Now when you call your fouls, you want to say what you have at the spot. So you might say blue push 2 shots, or black push inline or sideline, depending on where the throw-in is going to be. But you want to use your voice and tell everybody in the gym, players and coaches, what you have and what's going to follow afterwards, so they know what you have. What you want to do is you want to get the attention off you and back onto the game. If you give them some information, they can focus on the free throws or running an inbound play instead of waiting for you to report your foul, so they know what is going to happen next. Now when you put your fouls roller, you want to do a little bit slower. So red 32, be slow, then hit, and then 2 shots, and then you want to have everything in the window. So what I'm going to do, the next time I'm able to chance to record you, I'll probably get some recordings of you reporting your fouls so we could go over how you report your fouls and ways you can improve in those areas. So one thing I want to point out your free throw responsibilities. You got these players out here who are behind the 3-point line. They can't cross the 3-point line till the ball hits the rim. You also have the shooter here. The shooter can't step over the line before the ball hits the rim. And you have this player right here, this player right here. These players cannot cross the free throw line and box out the shooter until the ball hits the rim. And if they make contact with the free throw shooter, by rule, it's a foul. And if they violate, since they're on defense, it will be delayed. So if the free throw is missed, that team will be able to shoot another free throw. And if they make it, then the violation is disregarded. Then you also have this player right here in the middle. If that player commits a violation, then we blow our whistle immediately, and it will become the other team's ball at the end line. So in this situation, the ball went out of bounds, so you are going to come over and you're going to do the bump, which you did, and then your partner sprinted down, became the lead on that end. So that is the perfect mechanic. I want you to do that mechanic more, because as people begin to watch you and you want to improve your game and move up the officiating ladder, if you do the mechanics properly, you'll make a good impression on other league assigners, and they'll want you to referee more games, and that'll give you a chance to make more money and have more opportunities for yourself. So as this drive goes to the basket, since all of our players are below the 3-point line, as a trail, what you want to do is you want to step down to about right here, somewhere in this area, whatever you feel comfortable with, but it'll give you a look at the player here. So you'll be able to see the drive to the basket, and you also have the best look for any rebounding action as well. Again, great hustle to sprint down to the lead, out of bounds, beating the players down. Good hustle. Now, when the ball goes out of bounds, I'll rewind it just a little bit more. So basically, whatever hand you use to stop the clock is also going to be the hand that you use to point. So I'll zoom out. Since you're on the outside, You're going to use your right hand to point because that'll keep the players in front of you. So you did a good job of using the proper hand here to signal the direction. So if we're going, let me clear that. If we're going this way, you're going to use your right hand. And then if you point the other way, you're going to put your left hand up and point to your left. So depending on where you're at on the court is going to dictate which hand you use. It's all about proper mechanics. It's going to take you some time to get used to that because you got to make your call before you even put your hand up. So just practice on that. Be wary of that. And always be looking to improve. So one thing you got to do is when the ball is touched here, you also have to chop your hand when the ball is touched because that's going to tell your table people here when to start the clock. And they're supposed to be keying off your chop. So when the ball goes out of bounds here, instead of doing those things with your arm saying, I don't know who hit it, I want you to understand that the lead official has the end line and this sideline. So if the ball goes out of bounds on that line, then they're going to signal which way the direction if they know the direction. So since it's not your line, you don't have to, you may not know because it's not your responsibility. So when the ball goes out of bounds, this official here is going to give the direction of where to go. If he asks you, then you either tell him a direction or you go to the jump ball. So I'll clear it. And also if the ball goes out of bounds on this sideline, the half court line here, and the far end line in the back court, which is off screen, if the ball goes out of bounds on those lines, that's your primary. So you're going to have the whistle and you're going to give the direction if you know the direction. If you don't know, you're going to ask for help. So we have another illegal dribble in this area, making the throw in somewhere over here. So you should be coming for the bump, the patented bump. And then this official should slide down and be the lead on the other end of the court. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to back it up just a little bit more. Something I want to point out. So on this jump shot here, I'll put it in slow motion. So when we have the jump shot here, you can see that your eyes follow the ball. So what you want to do is you want to keep your eye level down. You want to focus in on these players here for rebounding action. Again, if we take our eyes off the player, somebody could get pushed, and since you're looking at the ball, you're not going to be able to see it. So again, remember the trail will be aware of the ball and also have rebounding action on that side, the lead. Just keep your eyes down and just focus on players boxing out right there. So when your partner is going to report the fouls, be sure to help these players line up as your partner is reporting the fouls. It will make the games go quicker and much smoother, and the games won't take as long to finish. So now your responsibilities for the lead official, you have this player here and this player. If those players violate, you're going to give the delayed violation signal. And if the free throw is made, there is no violation. If it's missed, you're going to call the violation and you'll shoot again. And you'll also have the player in the middle here. If that player violates, then we have an immediate violation and the team will go to the ball will go to the non-shooting team. So that's the end of the first quarter. So the first sub break of the first quarter. So from that sub break, there's work on the bump. There's work on not watching the ball when the shooters shoot. And also when you call a foul, be sure to use your voice. So that's something you can work on going into your next games the following weekend. Other than that, I'm going to break down other parts of this game as well, so be on the lookout for those. But other than that, good job. So a homework assignment for you, Roland, is when this video is posted on YouTube, you have to subscribe to the channel and as well make a comment on your video about any questions that you may have, or questions or you may have, or anything you would like to say in the comment section. With that said, it's me, your boy, Mr. Smooth. Peace.